Welcome back, everyone, to the RideAlong Sports YouTube channel. I'm Zach. You'll see Brandon in just a second. We have a fun episode tonight. Well, we were sitting around thinking, what is the best part of the NFL offseason? The draft. What's the best part of the MLB offseason? Or it's in season, the MLB season. The draft. What's the best part of the NBA offseason? The draft. What's the best part about going to war? The draft. So, but we're drafting tonight. We're doing some fun stuff. Just wanted to pump out a quick video. My wife is 9 months pregnant, and I'm going to be a dad any day now, so we're going to try to get ahead. Thank you. We're going to try to get ahead and pump out some content, and we came up with this, and we thought this was a fun idea. We have 3 different drafts for you tonight. We're going to draft the best college football uniforms. No alternate uniforms allowed. These are just your basic home and away uniforms. Then we're going to draft the best college football stadiums, mainly based on design, location, and atmosphere. And then we're going to draft the best college football game day traditions. And we're looking forward to it. I know I'm pumped about it. It should be fun. Brandon, how do you feel about it?
One good thing about college, I think it goes along with tradition, colors, a certain pride in these colors. And I think we got some good stuff going here. The stadiums, the traditions, the uniforms, man, it's going to be a great however long we go tonight.
Well, man, do you want to start out with the uniforms and we'll flip a coin and see where who gets the first pick?
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to let technology do it for us.
Per usual.
Brandon, tell me right now, heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
All right. Hey, Siri, flip a coin.
It's heads this time.
It's heads. Everyone on the YouTube heard it. It is heads this time. If you're on audio, you heard it. All right, so that means I get the first pick.
Zach with the first pick.
In the uniform draft. Again, no alternate uniforms, so like Oregon and stuff's out because they don't really have home and away sets. This might be a controversial pick, but this is my favorite uniform, or one of. It's really 1A and 1B, but I'm gonna go with the home uniform of the North Carolina Tar Heels. I mean, Carolina blue. You don't get a color named after you if your uniforms aren't iconic.
Interesting.
Was that even on your radar, Brandon?
I considered it, but it was not, to be honest.
Well, I took that with my 1-1.
Not on my list.
If you don't know what they look like, they're the Carolina blue tops with the white pants, Carolina blue helmet, and then they have like the white stripe down the middle with kind of a design in it. Sometimes they wear all blue, but their basic home uniforms are the Carolina blue jerseys with the white pants. Brandon's working on getting you a picture now. Type in home uniforms. See if it'll pull it up.
Gotcha.
Some games they wear the all blue, but there it is, number 11 right there. Yeah. If you can see that image. That right there is their home uniform, and that was my number 1 overall pick. I love Carolina blue. I think it's iconic. It's synonymous with North Carolina. I just think it's iconic, and the color's just awesome. So that was my first pick. Brandon, where are you going with your first selection?
Oh, boy. It's no mistake that I'm going to kind of wing this a little bit tonight. There's so many to choose from, and I would like to know what your picks are as well. But I've been thinking about this one all day, and you may think, oh, that's an interesting pick. I didn't even think about that. Maybe it wasn't on your radar. The Florida State Seminoles.
That was my 1B. I was hoping to get that at 2.
Okay. See, we were thinking alike.
I almost took it at 1. You talking about the home ones?
I'm talking about the home,
Those are sick. Florida. When I was talking to you earlier before recording about a uniform I felt like didn't get the credit. This is the uniform I was talking about.
See, we think alike on this.
The helmets. They might have the best helmets in college football. I love the spear on the side of the helmet. It's just awesome.
Really, though, what I really like about this uniform, you can see it right here as I'm showing you. I've always thought the accent around the collar
is
pretty cool, as well as the design on the sleeve there. It's underrated to me. Maybe it's not underrated, but I certainly think it's underrated.
Man, like that gold helmet with the spear on the side. That I think the helmet to me is my favorite part. But yeah, I love that pick. I'm mad a little bit because I was hoping that made it back to me. I really wanted, like, when I said 1A and 1B, it was North Carolina and Florida State. I really wanted that to make it back, but that was a great first pick.
I'm glad we think alike on that. Number 1 pick for me, Florida State home uniform.
Okay. This one, interesting. We have 2 ACC schools to start us off, but I'm going somewhere else. This was my number 3 on my list, which obviously you took my number 2. I'm going, this is iconic. The only school with this color, it is synonymous. I'm going with the home uniform of the Texas Longhorns.
Wow. Burnt orange.
Burnt orange with the white helmet with the white pants.
Okay.
Was that on your radar at all?
I considered it, but it wasn't on my list either.
The iconic Texas Longhorn logo on the helmet, there's no mistaking whose logo that is when you see it. I have an awesome picture of it. I should have sent it to you, but I saved a picture to my phone that shows the uniform really well, and I'm going to try to hold it up to the camera and see if they could see. If you're on the video version, you'll be able to see this. If not, I'm sorry. Just look up Texas home uniform. Just sick. The burnt orange, white helmet. They have the 2 white pinstripes on each shoulder pad, the white pants. Nobody else uses that color orange. Just awesome.
It's a really clean look.
It really is.
Clean.
It's classic. I kind of factored that in. They've always had the same uniform style. Like, they don't change it up much. I like that. It's very classic.
All right, so Zach goes with the Texas Longhorns. Wow, are we gonna get into the SEC anytime soon?
Well, we just did. As of 2024.
I guess you're right, sir. I guess you're right. Well, with my second pick, oh boy, this is tough. Florida Gators.
Wow, they didn't make my list, but I thought about them. I did think about them. You talking the home with the blue jersey,
the
orange
home
helmet?
with the blue jerseys, orange helmet with the gator. Yep.
The logo, they're the only Gators in the FBS. I do factor that in because I like unique mascots. We almost did a mascot draft, and the Gator would have been in the mascot draft because it's unique. There's no other Gators in FBS, and yeah, I don't like Florida, but I thought about them because it is. The blue and orange is pretty iconic. And the orange helmet, to me, I like the orange helmet a lot.
Of course, they're outfitted by, Jordan Brand now, which basically is
so was North Carolina. We have 2 Jordan Brand jerseys.
See, I didn't realize that. I guess that would make sense with Jordan and.
Yeah.
Okay, well that is my second pick.
I think I have one that I can save that I would take here, but I don't think you're going to think of it. So with my third selection, in my opinion, I'm a little biased, but I think it's the cleanest uniforms. They've been the same since the 1940s.
Okay.
It's the Georgia Bulldogs home uniform. It's the red Georgia Bulldogs jersey with the silver pants.
I expected that. I knew it was coming.
Well, I mean, you got to admit, it is a classic, clean look.
It is. There's no doubt.
Georgia is one of those rare teams who wears the same helmet, no matter if it's a road or a home game. They wear a red helmet, home and away.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I guess it's not that rare, but a lot of teams don't do it. They have different helmets for home and road. And Georgia's red uniform, silver breeches. It's got the stripes down the side. Man, they went back to block letters a few years ago. To me, it is one of the most classic, clean looks in college football because it's never changed. We don't do alternate uniforms. Like once every 5 years, they whip out a black uniform. But just the red uniform with the silver pants with the piping down the side, I think with the red helmet, it's just a real clean look, and that's my third selection. Hey, we finally got into the real SEC. No, you did. You did Florida. You did Florida.
Well, okay. It depends on the year. Billy Napier, he'll figure it out someday. All right, so we got your third pick. So my third pick. See, this is where it gets tough for me. This is where it really gets tough. And of course, I have a tough time making decisions, especially on things like this, where there's just so many options to choose from. Oh man, who am I gonna put at 3? Between a couple uniforms. Number 3, Ohio State.
Okay. So, a lot of lists I looked at and stuff had Ohio State really high. I like Ohio State's, but they didn't make my list. They're iconic, and I do think they look good, but I don't know. They just missed my list.
It's really not. It's
the helmet is sick with the stickers.
The helmet is it. The helmet is it.
So
because other than that, the jersey, the pants, there's not much differentiation between them and certain other schools. But I really like their helmets and the fact that they still, I guess they still use the stickers, right? They haven't stopped using them yet. So we'll go at 3. 3 was tough for me.
Hey, won't you update everybody on our first 3 picks apiece?
Let's see here.
I'll just read it to you if you're on audio. North Carolina was the first pick by me, and then I took Texas home, and then Georgia home, and then Brandon took Florida State's home uniforms, Florida Gators home uniforms, and Ohio State's home uniforms. So we both have 2 picks apiece, and all those are off the board, and it's my turn to select. I think...
so tough.
This is just iconic, and I got to go with it. Give me Michigan's home uniforms.
Interesting. That was also on my list.
The helmet, there is nothing else like the Michigan helmet except Delaware. But they're not FBS, but they basically use the same helmet as Michigan. But, yeah, Michigan's uniforms are just iconic. The maize and blue, maize. I know it's just yellow, but, they have their own special shade of it. And the helmet's just awesome. I think we can all, it's the 3 stripes on the helmet.
Yep.
It's the, the navy blue with the white pants. Sometimes they switch the pants up and do all blue or yellow. Or do they wear yellow pants? It's yellow, isn't it?
Yes.
Navy blue with yellow, navy blue with maize pants with the classic Michigan helmet. It's a clean look. I think they've been doing it that way since the team was around in 19 whatever they came around.
Yeah.
So really clean look. I think that's on everybody's list for the most part is Michigan. So I'll take them with my 4th pick.
Number 4. Okay. I said the 3rd pick was hard. 4th pick's just as hard. And
as long as you don't steal mine, I'm fine. Don't say it.
You want to take a guess?
I'm guessing you're going to go Alabama.
No.
USC. They didn't make my list, but obviously...
I expect you to say that one more time. With my 5th pick.
It was, those are classic. Obviously, the yellow and red, unusual colors together. The Trojan on the side of the helmet, they're synonymous with college football. I don't think you can go wrong with that pick. You're here for my last pick. My 5th and final. This one is off the radar a little bit. But I think these home jerseys are sick and slept on, and they're the crosstown rival of USC, and that's UCLA. I'm taking UCLA's home jerseys with my 5th pick.
Oh, boy.
And we might need to get a picture up because maybe people don't know those as well. But UCLA wears a baby blue jersey with a gold helmet. It says UCLA on the side. They're just really iconic jerseys, and I love... Obviously, you can tell I took them and North Carolina. I love that color blue, even though it's a little different than North Carolina blue. It's just an iconic look to me, and it looks really clean, as you can see. What do you think of that pick, Brandon?
It's beautiful. It brings a tear to my eye.
Were they on your list?
The funny thing about this, no, and like I said, I'm winging this, boys and girls, children of all ages. You see, blue is my favorite color.
Yeah.
And you would think I'd have more blue on here. But that's beautiful. Hey. Oh, pick number 5.
We need a draft timer for Brandon.
No.
I'll give you 15 seconds.
15 seconds, huh?
You got one?
Ole Miss Rebels.
Oh, I knew. The homer in him is kicked in.
Look, I didn't want to pick him number 1 because I didn't want to seem like I was a homer. I'd have figured at 5, hey, they're on the list. They matter.
Ole Miss is like, which ones? The baby blue or?
We can't just say all the uniforms. We can't just say every uniform.
Because Tulane would have been my first pick.
Well, I still feel like the powder blue jerseys is still an alternate. So I'll go. To me, I like the red jerseys with the powder blue helmet.
Yeah. That's a
gray
good look.
pants, even though they wear the white a lot these days. They did not wear the same uniform combination twice last year. It was all.
Don't you love how teams do that now?
Yeah. But you can see there's just so much variation. Obviously, the powder blue, the new helmet there, but that's the one.
Yeah, so that's our list. I'll read them off. Team Zach is North Carolina's Holmes, Texas Longhorns Holmes, the Georgia Bulldog home uniforms, and the UCLA Bruin home uniforms. And my fourth pick was the Michigan Wolverines home uniforms. Brandon took Florida State's home uniforms, the Florida Gator home uniforms, the Ohio State home uniforms, the USC Trojan home uniforms, and the Ole Miss Rebel uniforms. And that wraps up our football uniform draft.
You get enough Ohio State and USC homers in here. I think I won this one.
I don't know. I think Texas won me that one.
That's a pretty good one. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Brandon here. I want to thank you so much for watching our video today of our college football uniform draft. Now, we've got many more drafts ahead, so stay tuned to our YouTube channel for that and other content for that matter. But if you're not following us on TikTok, if you have not seen our TikTok, you're missing out. We've got a lot going on over there. We're posting our schedule predictions for the 2023 season right there for all 14 SEC teams. You need to follow us at RideAlong Sports, as well as Twitter or X, whichever one it is, RideAlong Sports. And stay tuned here to YouTube because we got a lot of great content coming up. The season is just around the corner, and you're not going to want to miss it. Ride along with us here at RideAlong Sports. Thank you so much. Peace.